Hey guys, I'm Ethan. This is a video I'm making for the BMIT Tech Center. I'm in Cedar High School, Wisconsin, and I'm going to give you guys a full tutorial on Google Maps. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so what we're going to do is start out is, of course, go to Google Maps. So we're going to go to my search bar and just type in Google Maps. Now, I like typing in Google Maps because when typing Google Maps, you can get every version of like maps there are, like your locations, your street view, my maps. I'll get into all that stuff later, but let's click on Google Maps for now. Alright, so this is what you get as soon as you open Google Maps. You get maps of your surrounding in the area. So the first thing I'm going to go over is your search bar. You get a search bar over here. You can type in everything you want, but when you do click in your search bar, you have My Maps. I have my own personal map set up. I will get back to you guys on that later, but for now I'm going to do the search bar. So for the search bar, I'm just going to type in, let's say, Spring Grove, and it zooms you right over Spring Grove, Illinois. And then it shows you also the section of the city that is Spring Grove. It's very useful knowing that. From here, you can also do a bunch of things. You can save, you can get directions to Spring Grove. Right now, it's kind of useless because I'm living in Spring Grove right now. But from the search bar, this is basically what you can do. You can also gives you search nearbys. You can get hotels, restaurants, anything. You can get gas stations, all kind of stuff. You just gotta type it in. Like, let's do Spring Grove gas stations. Hopefully this will work. Yep, there we go. So I typed in Spring Grove gas stations, and it gives me all the gas stations in the area. It's insanely helpful. Google Maps you can type in anything of like in anywhere, and it will give you everything you need, and it'll give you what your surroundings are. That's why Google Maps is so great. That's why a lot of people use Google Maps. Alright, now we're back on Spring Grove. So I explained earlier you can get directions and save, but so when you do save, you get a star. Now I believe when you like refresh your map, you'll get a star over Spring Grove. So you save the location, you can get back to it easier. I can get more into that later. But you also have a key directions. If you click directions, if you want to go to Spring Grove, Illinois, it automatically gives you Spring Grove, Illinois, and you just type in your current location or your starting point, or you click on the map. You can also click on the map on where you are. So let's say I'm at Richmond. I'll click Richmond, and it will automatically give me a route from Richmond to Spring Grove, and then it'll also give me other routes. Now you can change the route by clicking the route, and you can move it. Like, let's move it over here. See? So it also gives you the time and miles it takes to get to each point. It's useful if you want to like make your own map and have your own adventure. If you don't want to do all highway, you can do all back roads if you want. And that's very helpful for people who have a lot of time on their hands and they want to see the nature in the area or stuff like that. Alright, now let's go back to the search bar where we typed in Richmond, Illinois and Spring Grove, Illinois. You can do more things with this, like you can go on a bus, it'll give you the bus routes and the place. It'll like tell you where it's at. There we go, I just adjusted. It's a different timing, but you have to move place to place. It may take longer. You can also do actual walking if you want to walk, and it gives you the like a estimate time how long it would take, like an hour 51 minutes or 2 hours and 3 minutes. And then it also has biking and airplane. I only you don't use airplane if you want to see how long your flight's going to be from like JFK Airport to Japan or something like that. But I'm not going to go over airplane with just a small location. So biking also tells you what time it's at. There it is, 32 minutes about, which is insanely helpful if you want to know how long or at the average time for a person. It also tells you if the ground is flat or hilly. It says mostly flat here, which is insanely helpful. You also get bike paths and other stuff like that. So I'm going to go back to car, because under car, it also gives you other abilities that you can do. So like you can show traffic. Where show traffic is insanely helpful because it tells you if it's red. Like over here, you can see, you can barely see it. I'll zoom in on it here. There. Alright, because it's red, that means it is a busy spot right now. It's going to be a little backed up, it's going to be a little busy, but that's like a giant intersection, so that's why it's very busy. You can see like all this stuff in Google Maps, which is why it's so helpful and so awesome. Alright, so let's zoom back out here and after I explain that, and you can zoom out very far and it still shows you all your locations where you're at. But Again, under the car, you can have also the different routes. You see the gray routes? They're right under their main route right there. So you can just click on them and it'll automatically adjust to that route, and it will go use that route that you clicked on, which is pretty awesome. Now you also have details of a route. So you click on details, it tells you everything about the route and where you're going. If you want to print it out like Google, not Google Maps, MapQuest. MapQuest is just like MapQuest. You can print this out if you want to and use it instead of, if you can't use the internet on the road, you have it printed out for you and you can go right off for it, which is pretty awesome. Alright, so now I'm going to do a browse of Street View. So I'm just going to close out the directions, click the X button and automatically gets rid of it. And then you also can get out of traffic because you don't want any traffic anymore, and you get right back to the normal screen of your Google Maps. So as you see, because I started this earlier, the Spring Grove is now starred, which is pretty awesome. I want this load in so I can guys show you some Street View. So for Street View, all you have to do is click this person, you drag the person on your screen, and you mark it where you want to be. So I'm going to go on that road, unclick the person, he's going to fall, and then it's going to load you straight to the street view on where your person fell into the street. Now, with Street View, you can do many things. You can click below on different locations nearby, like a fire protection district, the main street or Spring Grove, and you can do many other things. Like, so here's your compass. You can turn your compass to see where everything's at. You can do like a 360, rotate your view. You can zoom in and zoom out of what you're looking at. So I'm going to zoom out there. And then you can also click on these arrows to go to the very next pictures. It's the same thing as sliding your pictures in the view. I'm gonna go, but when you do pictures, it varies from pictures to street view and different. Like this one's a picture, so you can't zoom in. You can zoom in and out, but you can't do a street view of the actual picture. So if I go to the very next picture, or not picture, the street view, see it says street view, you can tell with these symbols at the bottom, one's a picture and one's a street view. So then if I unclick this, it will go straight to my street view and I get an arrow on my screen. Now the arrow is the direction on which you're going. So with this direction, let me turn this way so I can see better. There we go. Alright, so here's your street view. It's basically just a picture of the street when Google Maps is around. So when I put my cursor on the screen, I get an arrow pointing on that direction. So if I can click over here, and it will take me to where I clicked, and you can just search around the city and explore the city. If you don't know the city well, this is a good way to learn your city or a new place you're living, and this is a great feature of Google Maps. Google Street View, that is. Alright, so from Street View, there are many ways if you want to get out of it right away. You can just click this on the top left corner, click this arrow. If you want to get out of it, it goes straight back to your maps. Or you can go to the bottom left-hand corner and you click back to map. So I'm clicking back to map here, and I go straight to the map. Now, because this is a city, you have many different things in a city, such as a church, or like a church. You have a church here, it gives you a symbol of a church and tells you it's a church. Also has a food. You can see the food and a knife and fork, symbolizing that it is a food, not like a hotel. You have different signs for everything. So I'm going to click on the Never Sink In, and it also gives you location on the map, and then also gives you a description of the Never Sink In. So from here, I can also star the location, and I can get directions to where I am going. So if I'm gonna get directions to it, I'll get directions to it. So, and then I click on where I'm at. I can do home and other stuff like that. I can type it in, and it'll give me straight to that location if I want to get to that. But I don't want to get to that inn. Now, also, when you click on the inn, there we go. It tells you to open when it closes. It gives you a phone number. It gives you the website. It tells you like almost everything about it. You can get a street view, you can get photos of it. And then if you don't trust what the internet's telling you, you can get reviews. You can write a review about the photo. Now reviews are from actual people who took the time to give them a good review or a bad review of this location. So when this loads, you can see, well, down here you can see it got 3.8 stars out of 5, which is pretty nice. It's not a bad place. It says, thanks, never sink in, good food, great service, wonderful memories. It also gives you another great things about the restaurant or bad things depending on what people said about the restaurant. It just tells you the goods and bad of this place that you're going. Alright guys, so from here I'm gonna go straight into my maps. Now my maps, you can click on here near the search bar and then open up a small tab under your directions or getting around, and here it is. Now from here you can click on create or see all your maps. I only have one map shown, so I can click on my only map that I have right here. So I'm gonna click on my map here. It should open up for me. Alright, there we go. Now, because I am on the Google Maps, it is going to open on Google Maps, not on the actual my original map that I've made personally. So when this loads here, I can show you my map. For the my map, I have different directions on where I'm going because I'm moving. So I made directions from place A to place B, place C. So up in here is where I used to live. It's in Muskego. That's my high school, and down here is Spring Grove, Illinois, which is where I'm living currently with my grandparents. And then over here, with my last location, is where I'm going to be living in summer in Janesville, Wisconsin. It's very complicated, so what I did was I made my own map so I know where I'm going. I'm actually using this map currently to go back from school all the way back to Spring Grove, Illinois, and during the weekends I hike out all the way to Janesville, Wisconsin to visit my parents and tell them hi and learn the city and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty great. Google My Maps is very helpful. You can do a lot of things with it. Alright, so now from here, I cannot edit my map, so I'm going to go to my original map that I currently made. To go to your map, if you already made one, you go over here and it says Map Destination Future, that's what I called it, and a little description, I'm going to say open on my original map. So the My Maps you can also get to by just typing in on Google Maps, on the search bar Google Maps. I'm just going to type in right now. And like I said, when you type in Google Maps, you get all the features of Google Maps if you type it in, which is why it's so nice. And you can click on each individual one, so you can get to every single thing. I can see locations, so I'm going to go to My Maps. I'm going to type in Google Maps. Alright guys, so this is my map that I made personally, but now I'm on the My Maps page. So here's where I can edit my map, I can do other things with my map. So over here I have all my different directions and places I wanted to go and places I wanted to be. And I have my three main locations, my new home, my Muskego High School, and then my grandpa and grandma's house, which I'm currently at right now. And I can just unselect some of these, so then it only shows one route at a time. If I want to show one route at a time, it'll tell me. So then I can print out that only route then, and I can just go that route. Or I can have all three of them on, so then it goes in a simultaneous circle, and it's pretty helpful. Here you can also share your map, you can do more options with the map, and you can make a new map, open a map. You can do all different things here. You can do the base of the map, and like you can use satellite view, you can do other stuff like that. It's pretty nice. Satellite view is just a regular, it's more of the earth, like it's from an actual earth point of view. It's not an actual map like you'd actually bring on paper. Satellite view is the actual earth. You see the earth. It's more in detail, it's more in depth. Sadly, it makes this computer lag horribly, so I'm not going to be using satellite. I'll go back to regular map, which is plain, simple, and very nice and easy to use. Alright guys, and that is my basic tutorial on Google Maps. There is more to it, guys. You can just search around, explore all you'd like. There's a lot to Google Maps. I'm sorry I can't cover every single step-by-step thing. That's a lot of video and a lot of time. But I hope you guys really enjoyed my tutorial, and you guys have a great day. Take care.